Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Bert the Stormtrooper and this is the home of That's Just Prime, the comprehensive Optimus Prime review series. I also review other Transformers, lots of G1 stuff, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, GoBots, and pretty much any other toy that may jump out at me. I also do the occasional arcade and pinball machine videos, unboxings, blogs, challenges, and miscellaneous videos where my daughter usually makes fun of me. Those are a lot of fun. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. Please be sure to click that subscribe button and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share if you like what you see.
Autobots, roll out!
Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mech Fans Toys 51 Advanced Rebels, and I love this toy. So this is their take on Orion Pax, and it's a really cool figure because this is actually a repaint with a new head on their previous take on Cup on their veteran figure. They gave him a new paint job, they gave him a new head, gave him new weapons, and made him Orion Pax. And this is a really cool figure. Released in April of 2020, this figure's been out for almost a year as of the time of this recording, and he was available in multiple online retailers for approximately $20 to $25, depending on where you found them. Now, again, it's been nearly a year since this guy was released, so he's starting to get sold out at a lot of retailers. I had to go and get mine from eBay, but I am very happy with this purchase. So, taking a look real quick at the packaging, we've got some really cool artwork of Orion Pax, or rather Rebels, right there on the front. And then on the top, we just got the Advanced logo right there. We got some product shots right there along the bottom, showing us the figure in robot mode in multiple different poses and a couple of different options for the weapons. Along this side of the package, we've also got product shots of Rebel, both in vehicle and in robot mode. On this side of the box, we got artwork of Optimus Prime, because why not? And then along the back, we've got, again, product shots of Rebel in both vehicle and robot mode, and showing us a couple of different options for the weapon storage. So that's about it for the packaging. Let's go get it opened up and check it out. Out of the package, this set includes a set of instructions, which is actually the instructions for Veteran, as you can see right here. Again, this is just a repaint with a new head of the same figure. So rather than printing up a new set of instructions, they just included the original Veteran's instructions right here. He comes with 3 weapons, and these all combine, and I'll show you those in a moment, but he does come with 3 different weapons. 2 are very similar. The 2 main pieces are in the tray with the figure, and then the 3rd piece is in the little baggie with the instructions. We've also got a handle, which is going to work with the back panel of the vehicle, which also turns into a shield. So that's the handle he's going to use to hold the shield. And of course, we have our Orion Pax figure, or rather our Rebel figure, which comes packaged in robot mode. And here is our Rebels, or Orion Pax figure, whichever way you want to call him, in vehicle mode. And this guy's absolutely awesome. He's a small little thing, but this is the intended scale for this line of figures. So they're about, not quite Legends. They're if you remember the basic class figures, that's kind of what they are. Or a small deluxe in the current line as of the time of this recording, and I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. He's approximately just under 4 inches long here in vehicle mode, about 1.5 inches tall. And to kind of get into what I was just saying, here he is next to a small current deluxe, which is Cliff Jumper, so you can see right away. So yeah, I complained a lot about paying $20 for this guy, but I paid $20 for this guy as well, and I was happy to pay $20 for him. So I don't know, I'm just crazy that way. But yeah, there you go. So you can see what these guys look like together and what the scale is like. So now you know approximately what the size of Orion Pax here is. I'm probably going to keep calling them Orion Pax. For some reason, I just can't seem to stick the word Rebels to my head. I don't know why. I just keep forgetting, and I'm just going to call him Orion Pax. But as you can see here, again, he's Cup, right? So he's that Cybertronian pickup truck mode. Not exactly what we saw in the original cartoon where we were first introduced to Orion Pax, but it's a very close approximation. It's one of those I like to call close enough, right? Cup was a Cybertronian pickup truck. So was Orion Pax. You know what? Cup's truck mode works for Orion Pax as far as I'm concerned. We've had several figures in several different lines, Hasbro and otherwise, that have taken the Cup mode and repurposed it as Orion Pax, and I've always been happy with those. I think they always look great. In the case, it's the same here. This is a really, really cool figure. I absolutely love the front being that red in the front there going into the light blue in the back, but then you've got a different shade of that really light sky blue right there in the front windshield. Looks really, really nice. Looking around the bottom, you got a little bit of chest right there showing. That's about it. You got these little wheels stowed away back here inside of the back part of the truck. And then, of course, you got the little wheels there as well. They're pinned on wheels, so this guy rolls really, really nicely. So, yeah, there you go. Very, very cool. They got a little silver details back here for the tail lights, I guess, if you want to call that tail lights, whatever you want to call it. A lot of cool molded detail there, all these little lines and just all of the little molded detail, really alien, very Cybertronian, very, very cool looking. I've had this guy here on my desk for about the better part of a week and a half now, and I just can't stop messing with him. He is such a fun little figure. And the transformation for this thing is insane. It's so simple, it's genius. This thing transforms like an activator. It flips inside out like an activator would, except that it does it right. It's so cool. But before we get into that, let's look at the accessories that he comes with. So we've got these 3 weapons right here, and of course some of these are going to combine. These are all going to be reminiscent of the Optimus Prime style weapons. So taking a closer look at this one right here, this is kind of like your buttstock or the back part of Prime's weapon. You'll recognize that right away. Okay. And yeah, it also works as a handgun, which is, just fine. And then we got 2 of these, and these are fairly, again, similar to each other. The major difference is the sculpting in the barrel portion there. And then you got the sight. The one on the right here has the sight on the front of the barrel and the wing right there where my fingertip is at, where this one's a little flatter. So, each one of these, again, works well as a hand cannon, or you could plug either one of these into the front of this buttstock piece right here, and you got yourself a very Optimus Prime styled rifle there as well, which of course he's not ready for this yet, but it's there if you want to use it. It's very, very cool. And then we've also got these little indentations here and here, and this is neat because what we can do here is we can take these and pop them into this back piece right there and right here. So now we got ourselves a little triple-barreled gun, and again, you can use this as a handgun for the figure itself, or you can go ahead and just peg this into that little hole right back there, and you got yourself a weapon storage for the vehicle. And again, because it is a Cybertronian truck, I don't mind this at all. It goes side to side, and it stops, because of the way it's built, the little stock right there is going to stop it when it gets far enough to the side, okay, which is really cool. I like that a lot because, it's kind of like a realistic side-to-side action there on the weapon, and you can tilt these up just ever so slightly if you want to, have them, shooting at any airborne attackers that might be chasing him. So it works out very, very cool. Now, you've also got this little handle here, which is going to work for the shield later, okay? And there isn't really any official place to put it in vehicle mode. What I've been doing, and I chose not to do this for the review because I wanted to show you a clean transformation, but what I've been doing is just kind of reaching in here and grabbing the fist and just putting this on one of the fists and then just very carefully storing everything away. And it can be done. You can actually have him holding this and transform him in the vehicle mode, and actually you're able to store it right in there. I've seen a lot of people that will drop it right in there, but that's going to fall right off. So I've actually figured out a way to get it into his hand while in vehicle mode. It can be done. Very, very cool. So we'll go ahead and take these off and set these off to the side. And we'll get into transformation. We'll back up just a little bit. Oh, one more. I wanted to do one more comparison. I apologize. Here he is with Titan's Return. I always get the S mixed up. Titan's Return Orion Pax, which again was a retool, repaint, repurpose of the Cup mold. So again, you can see the size difference there, and you can see the scale of this figure. And again, this entire Mech Fan Toys line is meant to be in the kind of that old basics scale. So it's meant to be smaller. So it's a very fun little desk toy to have, and you can just grab it and fiddle with it, and it's just a lot of fun. So once again, getting into transformation, this thing is so simple. It's so cool the way this thing transforms. We're going to start right back here. You already saw me do this. You can take the front here and just kind of flip this up. Take the back of the vehicle here and just kind of split it up a little bit. And what we're doing here is we're trying to get this panel off. So this panel comes off. You can flip that down. And then you can take that little piece that we talked about before, and you can just peg that right in there. And you got yourself a shield for Orion Pax later. And, you know, you can flip it in either direction. I kind of like this way because it's smoother, right? But if you go this way and you look this way, then you've got that little kind of a window that you tend to see with like Gundam shields, where they have the little window you can look through. So either way works, but I think this is the intended way. So we'll leave it that way. Set that off to the side. Okay, so we're here. We're going to take these little flaps and just fold these down. And we're going to pull the legs apart. And you're going to see the chest piece here is actually pegged in to these little ports right there. And same one on the other side right there. And then there's the little two tabs, or tab slots rather, right above those two ports, there and there. And that is where this was pegged into. So that comes out. And literally, we're just going to watch this. You see these two hinges? We're just going to flip this whole thing inside out just like this. Boom. And then these are going to tab in together. Bring the chest up and rotate it around on this hinge and just kind of bring it up here like that. Turn the head around. Extend the legs. And these are going to actually snap into place. There and there. Now, when transforming this back into vehicle mode, these things are solid. They're like, you're going to push on these and you're going to put force on these and they're not going to move. What you want to do is you want to actually push this back to angle it, and that's going to let you bring it in like that, okay? So anyway, bring this out, snap it into place, reach down here, push down on this little slot right here. That's going to help you get the foot out. There and there. And let's get them all straightened out. Back the camera up. And there is Rebels or Orion Pax in robot mode, and he looks absolutely amazing. Here in robot mode, he is approximately 4.5 inches tall. So again, that basic size or small deluxe, if you want to call him that, here he is next to Earthrise Bumblebee. So you can see how they compare. And again, it's an Orion Pax figure, so he should be small, considerably smaller than Optimus Prime, right? He's supposed to have grown when he was transformed, right? So I think it works. This is, it just for me, it works. This falls right in line with my main line that I'm currently collecting. And even the scale works as far as I'm concerned. This is a beautiful, beautiful figure. So there's those two compared. And again, let's just come in close and take a look at that head. Look at that head sculpt. Again, if you're familiar with the Veteran or the Cup mold that these guys put out earlier, you know that the figure is the same, it's just repainted, but you've got that new head right there for Orion Pax, which looks so cool. I love that chest. I mean, this looks like Orion Pax the way we saw him in the cartoon. Again, the vehicle not so much, but this robot, this looks exactly like Orion Pax we saw in the cartoon. Check out the chest with the sky blue window there with the little yellow details right underneath that. Silver on the chest, silver on the torso, silver on the belt. Red arms with the gray. That gray, or it's white actually. That's white. Blue hands, blue legs, white thighs, and then blue calves there with the little wheels right there. This is just such a cool figure. This looks so good, and you saw how easy this is to transform. This is like the perfect little pocket transformer to have with you. Have in your desk, whatever, and you can just fiddle with this thing and transform him back and forth all day long because he's so simple, so easy, and so much fun to transform. Oh, I did forget. Did I? No, I did not. I thought I forgot to. I do this a lot. I leave this out like this, and I thought I forgot to do it. I didn't. How about that? Okay, so going all the way around so you can see not a whole lot of backpack, a little bit, not too much. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Very, very, very cool figure. I'm so happy with this figure. Articulation, the head moves side to side. It feels like it's on a ball joint. It's got a little bit of up and down, but not a whole lot. But, you know, you got your side to side. A lot of ball joints, which is typical for figures this size. So ball jointed shoulders, forward, backward, in and out, all the way around. Ball jointed elbows, so you can bend those 90, and you can also turn them side to side. I don't believe, it looks like, but it does not have rotation at the wrist. Nothing at the waist, again, because this is just all two shells. So the waist doesn't rotate. Ball joints at the hips, forward, backward, that far, in and out. Rotation right there at the thigh via that mushroom peg. And then you got nice 90 at the knee right there, and a little bit of tilt with the ankles because of the way he transforms. So there you go. Now let's give him some weapons. And again, this gun right here, you can just give them a triple cannon gun, and that works. That's pretty cool. Or you can give them any of these. They all work as handguns. So let's do this. Let's do one of each. So we'll do this one here, and then we'll do this one here. There you go. So that works. You can give them one of each like that, or you can again combine this and have an Optimus Prime styled rifle and a handgun as well. So whatever you want to do with this, you can. So let's see. I think I want to do this. Let's give him the little gun. Can he? I want to see something. I want to see. I haven't tried this. He can almost double wield this, but the angle, I mean, he's not almost. He can double wield it, but the angle's not great. So I guess you can work on some posing maybe. There you go. So that can be done, I suppose, but that's, yeah, not working for me. Let's take this off, and what I like to do is I like to give him the little gun. And then I like to give him the shield. And you can play around with the shield also because of the way this works. So you can just peg that in, and there you go. You got yourself a shield like that. Or one thing that I've been doing is I've been playing with the angles on this. And if I remember, I think I did it upside down like this. And then I put this on and turned it so that you can have kind of like that pose, like that. Which is really, really cool also. I think that works really nicely. So, yeah, a lot of playability, a lot of posability, playability, and versatility with this figure. It's a very fun little figure. Let's send him off to the side there, and we'll back up a little bit. We've already seen him next to Bumblebee. Here he is once again next to the Titans Return Orion Pax, so you can see how these guys scale together. And, yeah, I thought this was a great Orion Pax right here. But, man, this just blew this out of the water. This is a perfect Orion Pax figure. That is so, so cool. So we'll set this guy off to the side, and we'll bring in Earthrise Optimus Prime so we can see Orion Pax before and after. And I'm having to back these guys up. Let me get them side by side so you can see the scale right there. Look, guys, he's about half the size of this guy. I mean, obviously he grew. He became bigger when he was rebuilt in the Prime, but it wasn't that much. It wasn't. I think it would have been about that much as how much he grew when they rebuilt him. But anyway, that's a really cool. Let me do this. It's a really cool comparison right there. Let's get all three of these guys in there. Yeah, check that out. That looks very, very cool. In fact, why don't we do this? Put you guys off to the back. Yeah, the cards are probably gonna cover you up, but we'll bring this guy front and center one more time, so we can do our outshot. So again, we'll put that right there. Again, very, very happy with this figure. He is starting to sell out in online retailers. So if you're liking what you see, get him now because he's not going to be around much longer. Like I said, I started having trouble finding him online retailers, and I had to resort to eBay. But, you know, I was still able to get him for 22, I think, 23 bucks, something like that. This guy's going to start skyrocketing. So if you want to get this guy, get him now before he is no longer available. And I think that about covers the Mech Fans Toys 51 Advanced Rebels, their take on Orion Pax. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button up there. If you want to hit on that, I certainly would appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see. And I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.